Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you for your patience, and I'm sorry about the Wi-Fi glitch. Let's get started with our study of Sri Jaiva Dharma by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Let us begin with our Mangalacharan prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadādhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, dear devotees, we are reading from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Jaiva Dharma, chapter 10, entitled Nitya Dharma and History. And today we will conclude chapter 10. The Smarta Brahman Nyayratna has come and argued with devotees, and Sri Vaishnadas Babaji Maharaj is speaking on behalf of all the devotees. So let's see what question Nyayratna has today for Sri Vaishnadas Babaji Maharaj. Nyayratna says, so we saw in the previous last question was why devotees do not accept the prasad of the demigods, which may be offered by the worshippers of demigods. Why we don't accept that? Today, the question is, Nyayratna says, all right, but why do you oppose the killing of animals in sacrifice when the Shastras support it? When the Shastras support killing of animals, why do you oppose the killing of animals in sacrifice? Because all these Ashwamedh Yajna, Gomedh Yajna, they are mentioned in the Shastra. So why do the Vaishnavas oppose it? Shri Vaishnadas Babaji Maharaj says, it is not the intention of Shastra that animals be killed. The Vedas declare, Ma himsyat sarvani bhutani. Ma himsyat. One should not commit violence, sarvani bhutani, to any living entity. The Vedas say that we should not commit violence to all the living entities. This statement forbids violence to animals. As long as human nature is strongly influenced by the modes of passion and ignorance, people will be spontaneously driven to illicit connection with the opposite sex, meat eating, and intoxication. So as long as we are influenced by Rajogun and Tamogun, we will break the four regulative principles. That's why Srila Prabhupada gave us a lifestyle where we are situated in the mode of goodness. Prabhupada said, eat only sattvic food, sleep early, wake up early, don't eat onion, garlic, don't drink tea, coffee, because these things cause agitation and put us in the mode of passion and ignorance. So Prabhupada gave a very nice devotee lifestyle to keep us in the mode of goodness, because it is easy to perform bhakti from the platform of mode of goodness. When we are influenced by the mode of passion and ignorance, as Babaji Maharaj is saying, we will be driven spontaneously to breaking the regulative principles. Such people do not ask the Vedas to sanction their activities. They will do it anyway. They will break the regulative principles anyway. The purpose of the Vedas is not to promote such activities like meat eating, but rather to curb them. When human beings are situated in the mode of goodness, they naturally refrain from animal slaughter, sexual indulgence, and intoxication. But until that point, the Vedas prescribe various means to control such tendencies, because these people under the modes of passion and ignorance will do these activities anyway. They will indulge in meat eating, they will indulge in intoxication, illicit sex. They are going to do it. So the Vedas have a program where they can do these things, but within the maryada, within the guidelines of scriptures, so that it can be regulated. And slowly, it will be curbed. I remember growing up in Akola, I had a friend who was a Bhashepardhi. So Bhashepardhi means a very uneducated person belonging to a community who maintains the livelihood by putting traps and catching birds and animals. Pardhi. So they live in the forest or in very tiny settlements. Mostly they are uneducated, and they are obligate meat eaters. That's what they eat, because they are pardhis. So they catch animals and birds in the forest and they eat. Hare Krishna. So I remember talking to this Bhashe Pardhi, and he was saying, Shravan Mas Rakhlami. I was able to maintain Shravan Mas. Means there are 12 months in a year, and I eat meat in every month. But this year, somehow, I was able to maintain the entire month of Shravan, which is considered a holy month, without eating meat. Because we used to preach to them that don't eat meat, don't eat meat. They said, I cannot do. All year round I eat. But Shravan Mas Rakhla, I was able to protect my vow of not eating meat in this 1 month of Shravan. So this is to show that in our scriptures there are restrictions to meat eating, intoxication, and illicit sex, so that people will curb those tendencies. It's not that Shastra is condoning and promoting these activities. For this reason, the Shastras sanction association with the opposite sex through Vivaha Yajna, through marriage. Okay, you want to indulge, then get married. Do it within your marriage, not outside marriage. The killing of animals in sacrifice. You want to eat meat, you want to kill animals, okay. Then perform a sacrifice at a specific day, specific tithi, in front of everybody, and then just that one animal. You want to drink wine, then there are particular ceremonies where wine is allowed. So these facilities are there to do these illicit things in a restricted way with the ultimate intention to take it away. Like a doctor would tell a smoker who smokes a pack of cigarettes means 20 cigarettes every day. The doctor may say, okay, cut it down to half a pack. Now, that doesn't mean that the doctor is promoting smoking half pack cigarettes. No, it is for that person who is severely addicted to smoking. That the aim is to cut down. Similarly, meat eating, sex, indulgence, and intoxication is to be curbed. And these restrictions are there in the Shastra with the aim and intention to curb it until it is given up. This is the true purpose of the Vedas. They do not recommend the killing of animals. Their intention is expressed in the words of Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 5th chapter, text 11, 11.5.11. Loke vyavavayamishamadhya seva nityastu jantor nahi tatra chodana vyavasthitistis Vyavasthitisteshu vivaha yajna suragrahairashu nivrittirishta. Very beautiful verse. Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5.11. Let's read the translation. It is observed that people in this world have a natural tendency toward intoxication, mating, and sexual indulgence. But Shastra cannot sanction their engagement in such activities. The aim of life is to give up sexual activity, meat eating, and intoxication. Therefore, special provisions have been given whereby some association with the opposite sex is permitted. How? Only one partner, through marriage. See, it says, Vivaha Yajna. Vyavasthitisteshu Vivaha Yajna. Through Vivaha Yajna, through Vivaha Samskar, you get married to one person. And husband, wife, you live together. And within marriage, you can. Then some eating of meat, some eating of flesh is permitted for the performance of sacrifice. That is allowed. And the drinking of wine is permitted through the ritual known as Sautramani Yajna. Sura Grahairashu Nivritti Ishta. The purpose is Nivritti. The purpose of such injunctions is to restrain the licentious tendencies of the general population and to establish them in moral conduct. The intrinsic purpose of the Vedas is to make such provisions to draw people away from such activities. For example, when you do the animal sacrifice, you have to chant a mantra in the animal's ear before you slaughter the animal. And the mantra says that in this life, I will cut your neck and eat your flesh. In the next life, you may do so to me. You may do the same to me in the next life. Now, when a person understands this, he will think, oh, what am I doing? I should give up this thing. Like that. So there are always restrictions that in the month of Shravan, don't eat meat. You will never hear a restriction where it says don't eat apples. Because those things are good for health. Grains, fruits, vegetables, they're good. The Vaishnava conclusion in this regard is that there is no objection if a person whose nature is ruled by passion and ignorance kills animal. However, a person who is situated in the mode of goodness should not do so. That's why we are opposed to animal sacrifice, although it is there in the Vedas. Because it is there in the Vedas for people who are addicted to meat eating, who are in the modes of passion and ignorance. It is for them. It is not for Vaishnavas. So how we can support it? Person situated in the mode of goodness should not do so, because causing harm to other jivas is an animalistic propensity. It's animalistic propensity to give pain to others. Therefore, the Vedas say, Ma himsya sarvani bhutani. Don't commit violence towards others. Now, please listen carefully. Very beautiful verses are there from Srimad Bhagavatam. Shri Vaishnadas Babaji Maharaj tells Nyaya that Shripad Narad Muni has explained this in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.13.47. Very famous verse. Ahastani sahastanam apadani chatushpadam Phalguni tatra mahatam jivo jivasya jivanam. Shripad Narad Muni tells in the first canto, 13th chapter, verse number 47, that ahastani sahastana. Living entities that don't have hands. For example, a deer. He walks on four legs. Doesn't have hands in the sense claws to use. So ahastani sahastana. Those animals without hands are food for animals with hands. You see how a tiger brings down a prey? Always the tiger will first put the claws like a hand. He will grab the prey, pull the prey down, and then hold the neck and kill the prey. So the tiger can use its hands, claws. The deer cannot use. Deer can only use it to walk. So deer has four legs, but the tiger can use the four limbs to grab the prey as if hands. So ahastani sahastana. Those who are without hands are food for ones with hands. Apadani chatushpadam. And now grass, different plants, they are apadani, they don't have legs. But a deer has 4 legs, chatushpadam. Cow has 4 legs, chatushpadam. So the cow, the deer will eat the grass, will eat the plants. Apadani chatushpadam. Living entities with no feet are food for living entities who have feet. Phalguni tatra mahatam. And the small animals are food for the big animals. A big eagle may eat a sparrow. A big fish will eat a small fish. So Phalguni tatra mahatam. Small living entity is food for big living entity. Jivo jivasya jivanam. Jivo jivasya jivanam. In this way, one living entity is food for another living entity. Ahastani sahastanam apadani chatushpadam phalguni tatra mahatam jivo jivasya jivanam. The verdict of Shri Manu Smriti 5.56 is also very clear. Na mamsa bhakshane doshe na madhye na cha maithune pravrittir esha bhutanam nivrittistu mahaphala. Very, very beautiful verse. If possible, we should memorize all these 3 verses. Abstinence from activities such as sexual indulgence, meat eating, and intoxication. Na mamsa bhakshane doshe, na madhye. Madhye means intoxication. Na cha maithune, and maithun means sexual indulgence. And na mamsa bhakshane means meat eating. Abstinence from meat eating, intoxication, and sexual indulgence yields beneficial results, although human being is naturally inclined to them. Pravrittir esha bhutanam. Everybody wants to do these things. They have a natural pravritti to do these things, but nivrittistu mahaphala. But if we can give up nivritti, if we can give up these things, we will be highly benefited. Such a beautiful verse, no? Ma mamsa bhakshane doshe ma madhye. Beg your pardon. Na mamsa bhakshane doshe na madhye na cha maithune pravrittiresha bhutanam nivrittistu mahaphala. So in this way, Sri Vaishnavas Babaji Maharaj established that Vaishnavas are opposed to meat eating because meat eating is not promoted by the Sattvic scriptures, scriptures that are meant for the people in the mode of goodness, like the Srimad Bhagavatam. Then Nyayaratna says, yes, but why do the Vaishnavas object to the Shraddha ceremony? Why you people don't follow the Sutak, Shraddha ceremony, other activities that are meant to repay one's debt to the forefathers? Why you Vaishnavas object to these things, like Shraddha ceremony? Shri Vaishnavas Babaji Maharaj replies, people who are intent on carrying out prescribed pious duties perform the Shraddha ceremony in accordance with the Karma Kand division of the Vedas. Shraddha ceremony is performed according to Karma Kand. Ki ancestors must be maybe in trouble, so to increase their tenure in the heavenly planets, let's perform. Let's do Pindadan, let's do some Shraddha ceremony to benefit them in the heaven. So people who are intent on carrying out prescribed pious duties, pious people, they perform Shraddha ceremony, but it is according to Karma Kand, division of the Vedas. The description of Shraddha ceremony is there in the Vedas, but in the Karma Kand section. Vaishnavas have no objection to this. So we don't have any objection to the Shraddha ceremony. No objection. It can be done. But Shastra declares, Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5.41. Again, very famous verse. Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5.41. Devarshi bhutapta nirinam pitrinam na kinkaro nayamrini charajan sarvatmanaya sharanam sharanyam gato mukundam pariritya kartam. Shri Shukdev Goswami is telling Maharaj Parikshit When a human being gives up the ego of independence from Bhagwan and takes full shelter of Sri Mukunda, Gato Mukundam, Sharanam, Parihritya Kartam. We give up the Karta Bhav and we take shelter of Mukunda, who is worth taking shelter. Sharanam Sharanyam, he is worth taking shelter. Supreme refuge, Lord Mukunda. Such a person who takes shelter of Lord Mukunda, giving up independence, he is released from his debts. Parihritya Kartam. He is released of all his debts to who? To the Devas, to the Rishis, Devarshi, to the general living entities, Bhuta, to family members, Apta, to mankind and to the forefathers, Pitrinam, Nrinam, Pitrinam. All the debts to our forefathers, to people in general, to mankind, to the sages, to the demigods, all those debts are relinquished, are absolved. Such a devotee no longer remains subordinate to such personalities, nor is he bound to their service. We don't have to serve them. If we serve Krishna, we don't have to serve the demigods, the rishis, the forefathers, people in general. Consequently, bhaktas who have taken shelter of Bhagavan, Krishna, are not required to perform Shraddha ceremony and other karmakand activities meant for gaining release from the debt to one's forefathers. Are you understanding? Very clearly, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has presented in Jaiva Dharma. Bhaktas who have taken shelter of Lord Krishna are not required to perform Shraddha ceremony and other karmakand activities meant for gaining release from one's debt to the forefathers. They are instead instructed to worship Bhagwan. Man mana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. We are instructed to worship Bhagwan Krishna, to offer Bhagavad Prasad to the forefathers. We observe Shraddha ceremony by observing Krishna Archana, feeding Krishna and then giving Krishna Prasad to the forefathers, and to honor Bhagavad Prasad with friends and relatives, called devotees, called family members, and honor Krishna Prasad. Do Prasad Seva. Nyayaratma asks, at what point does one obtain the position and eligibility to act in this way? Which Vaishnava can act like this? What adhikar is required? Shri Vaishnava is the prerogative of a Vaishnava to act in this way. And one becomes eligible from the time that one awakens faith in Harikatha and Harinam. When Vaishnava has faith in Harikatha and Harinam, that Hare Ram eva kevalam, Shraddha is there. The definition of Shraddha is Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Koile Sudrida Nischay Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karmakta. Shraddha means to have strong faith that by doing Bhakti, everything else is, I don't have to do anything. When Shraddha comes in Harinam Katha, then one attains the eligibility to not perform Sakam ceremonies mentioned in the Vedas, including Shraddha, not required, if we have faith in Harinam and Harikatha. It is said in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 20th chapter, text 9, 11.20.9 Srimad Bhagavatam, Tavat karmani kurvita na nirvidye tayavata mat katha shravana dauva shraddha yavan jayate. One is obliged to engage in karma and to follow the rules and regulations associated with the path of karma as long as one has not awakened detachment from fruitive activities. And the results of such activities, that is promotion to the heavenly planets. Unless one has not developed detachment from this karma kand, one has to engage in karma. Or as long as one has not awakened faith in hearing and chanting, Krishna says, my Leela and my Katha. Mat Katha, Krishna is speaking this verse. Mat Katha, Shravanadi. Shravanadi means Shravan Kirtan. Va Shraddha Yavan Jayate. As long as one has no Shraddha in Hari Katha, Hari Kirtan, one will have to engage in the karma kand ceremonies like Shraddha. But if one has faith, mat katha shravanado shraddha, we have faith in Krishna Nam, Krishna Katha, then one does not have to perform the karma kand sections. Very clearly, based on Srimad Bhagavatam, Shri Vaishnadas Babaji Maharaj established this principle. Nyayaratna says, I am delighted to hear our explanations. Seeing your scholarship and fine discrimination, my faith has now awakened in Vaishnava Dharma. And it tells Harihar, my brother Harihar, there is no profit in debating any further. These Vaishnavas are great teachers among Pandits. They are exceedingly expert in extracting the conclusions of all the Shastras. We may say whatever we like to say, but it is highly doubtful whether anyone has ever appeared in the land of Bharat who can compare with such renowned scholars and exalted Vaishnavas as their leader, Nimai Pandit. Let us go. The day is waning and it will be difficult for us to cross the Ganga after it is dark. Nyayaratna and his group of teachers departed, calling out, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Vaishnava performed Harinam Sankirtan and began to sing and dance. Jai Shashinandan Gaur Hari. Thus ends the 10th chapter of Sri Jaiva Dharma, entitled Nitya Dharma and History, by Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Shri Srimad Shachidanandan Bhakti Vinod Thakur Mahashay. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur has raised two questions in today's reading of Jaiva Dharma. One is why we are opposed to meat eating. Anybody will ask us, our family members may ask us, our relatives will ask us, people in general will ask us about meat eating. So we should know this answer very nicely. How the Shastra discourages meat eating simply because animals feel pain. Why do you eat vegetarian food? When you eat your cilantro, you eat spinach, the entire plant is uprooted. You are also killing. Yes, we are also killing. There is sin involved in eating vegetarian food also. But because Krishna says Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, and we offer Krishna vegetarian food with devotion, Krishna accepts it. It becomes Yajna Shishta. We offer it in sacrifice to Krishna. Sacrifice means we cook it for Krishna and we offer it to Krishna without eating it, without enjoying it first. That is sacrifice. Tat Prityartham, for Krishna. Na mama, not for me, for Krishna. That is called sacrifice, Yajna. Yajna Shishta Ashina Santo Muchante Sarva Kilvishe. So we eat Krishna Prasad, we become purified. And meat cannot be offered to Krishna. Meat is sinful. Shastra in so many places says three things should be given up: meat eating, illicit sex, and intoxication. These things should be given up. Loke vyavayamisha madhya seva nityastu jantor nahi tatra chodana vyavasthitisteshu vivaha yajna sura grahair ashu nivrittir ishtha. Nivrittir ishtha. Aim is to give it up. This is Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5.11. And the proof that, well, one has to eat and kill somebody, that's just the law of nature. We will be killing other living entities to survive. Jiva, Srimad Bhagavatam 1.13. Astani sastanam apadani chatushpadam Phalguni tatra mahatam jivo jivasya jivanam. And then from Manusmriti 5.56, we saw the verse how we are directly told that even though the tendency is to engage in these three activities, meat eating, intoxication, and sexual indulgence, these things are to be given up, and we will be very much benefited if we can give up these three things: intoxication, meat eating, and sex life. Na mamsa bhakshane doshe na madhye na cha maithune pravrittiresha bhutanam. Even though there is the pravrittiresha bhutanam, all the people have pravritti to engage in these things. Nivrittistu mahaphala. If we can give it up, we will be greatly benefited. And meat eating is condemned. Violence towards any living entity is condemned. And the proof is from the Vedas, ma himsya sarvani bhutani. We should not do himsa towards any living entity. Hare Krishna. I'm sorry, there was some disturbance in the internet. So why you are opposed to Shraddha ceremony, we are not opposed to Shraddha ceremony. Shraddha ceremony is there in the Vedas and we are not opposed to it. But Shraddha ceremony is a karma kand process. And devotees who have faith in Harinam and Hari Katha, they don't have to engage in Shraddha. They don't have to do it. And the proof of that is Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5.41. देवर्षि भूताप्त नृणां पितॄणां न किंकरो नायम ऋणी च राजन न ऋणी च राजन. We are not ऋणी, we are not indebted. न किंकरो, we don't have to serve. Devas, rishis, bhuta, apta, nrinam, pitrinam, we don't have to serve them. Devarshi bhutapta nrinam pitrinam na kinkaro nayam rini charajan. Why? Because sarvatmanaya sharanam sharanyam gatto mukundam pariritya kartam. Because we have taken shelter of Mukunda, who is sharanam sharanyam, who is worth taking shelter of. And he is sarvatmanaya. He is in everyone's heart. He is a Paramatma. He is everyone's Lord. And at what point can we stop performing Shraddha and Karma Kand sections? There will be many pujas in our family which are in the Kula Parampara, family tradition. They may not be part of devotional service, but Karma Kandi. When can we stop it? We can stop it when we have faith in Harinam and Harikatha. Again, proof is from Srimad Bhagavatam 11.20.9. Tavat karmani kurvita na nirvidyete yavata matkatha shravanadau va shraddha yavanna jayate. Shraddha yavanna jayate. Matkatha. Krishna is saying, as long as you don't have faith in my katha, you will have to engage in karma kand. But devotion means you have to awaken Shraddha in Harinam and Harikatha. It is one of the offenses to not have complete faith in the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we should develop faith, and faith is the first stage of bhakti. Ādau Shraddha, tatha sadhu sangha, then bhajan kriya anartha nivritti, then nishtha, like that. So this is our path of Krishna consciousness. We are not opposed to Shraddha. We don't criticize Karma Kand, but it is not for us. It is not for us. It is for pious people who want to enjoy in this material world. And we want to go beyond pious and impious. We want to do a karma. We want to do transcendental activity, devotional service. So for us, it is not required. We just serve Krishna. And yasmin tushte, jagat tushtam. If Krishna is pleased, everybody is pleased. We don't have to separately endeavor to put water on each and every leaf of the tree. Yathataror mula nishechena triptyantyat skanda bhujopashaka. That is our principle. So I will stop here. Shri Jaiva Dharma ki jai, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Mahashaya ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, our Guru Parampara ki jai. All glories to all the devotees. Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Are there any questions? We can take maybe one question. Yes, Anita Ramya Mataji. You can unmute.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanutnams. Prabhuji, just now we were saying that Shraddha is not meant for us, because we are under the shelter of Krishna. But still, we see that in Chaitanya Bhagavat, that Lord Chaitanya is going and he's doing Shraddha for, he's going to Gaya and doing Shraddha. So how to understand this?
Yeah, so like we read in Jaiva Dharma, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains how Vaishnavas observe Shraddha ceremony. They do it in a very Krishna conscious way. They will hold Bhagavatam Katha, they will have Harinam Kirtan, devotees will be invited, Krishna will be worshipped, Krishna will be offered everything. Bhoga. And then Krishna Prasad will be distributed to the forefathers and to all the assembled devotees. Like that, in a Krishna conscious. Mahaprabhu went to do Shraddha, and what did Mahaprabhu do when he went to do Shraddha? Took initiation from Ishwarpuri. Gave his own food to Ishwarpuri. He cooked and Ishwarpuri came. Shripad Ishwarpuri Maharaj came and he said, "Oh, Shripad Ishwarpuri Maharaj, you have come. Please, this is for you." And he gave everything that he had offered, everything that he had cooked to Shripad Ishwarpuri Maharaj. He served. He did a Vaishnav Seva, Sadhu Seva. He took initiation, Vaishnav Diksha. He took the Gopal Mantra from Srila Ishwarpuri Pad. And became a completely love-intoxicated Vaishnava. So that was the purpose of going for Shraddha. Is that okay, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. So how I understand is the Vaishnavas, they do the Nam Sankirtan and they serve the Vaishnavas. So that's how the Shraddha ceremony is going on, will be conducted by them, right? So, and
Yes.
also one more, if you have time, can I ask one more question?
Okay.
So, Prabhu, and while we are doing this Shraddha ceremony, so the food we are offering to the Lord will be given as prasad to the forefathers, right? So then how to dispose the food which is given to the forefathers, that we can consume or we can give it to somebody else, like how it is?
We can keep the plate outside so that the birds, they can eat it.
Okay, so we should not take that.
No.
Okay.
So I'll tell you how to observe Shraddha ceremony as Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains. Shraddha ceremony means you invite your devotee friends, you invite the Vaishnavas, you invite your family members and friends, you worship Krishna, offer bhoga to Krishna, have Srimad Bhagavatam class, have nice Harinam Sankirtan where Hare Krishna Mahamantra is loudly sung and chanted, and then forefathers are offered Bhagavad Prasad. All the assembled Vaishnavas and family members are offered Bhagavad Prasad, and eating Krishna Prasad is Seva. It's Prasad Seva. That is done. The plate of the demigods is kept outside under a tree where birds and other animals, cows, they can eat it. Or it can become soil. It will decompose and become soil. Like that.
Okay.
But we don't do that.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So now last question, Kamal Gopika Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
My question is related with this Shraddha ceremony only, and almost you have given the answer. So the way you are saying, if we don't hold the Bhagavatam class, sometime it's, in between weekdays. So, but we invite devotees, or we sponsor in the temple, we cook and we feed the Vaishnavas in the temple too. So, and you are saying that plate of the demigod, I couldn't understand that part. Means we should make one plate for the forefather and one plate for the Lord, or after offering to the Krishna, we should mix that prasad. Usually we do that, we mix with the food we prepared and then we offer that food. So can you tell one time more, please? How?
Yes, Kamal Gopika Mataji. So after Krishna has been offered the bhoga, then you take Bhagavad Prasad, you take Krishna Prasad, make a plate and offer that plate to all the ancestors. Remember all the ancestors and offer that plate so that the ancestors will get Krishna Prasad. So wherever the ancestors are in this universe, they will be supremely benefited. And if Bhagavad Katha cannot be held, at least we can read Srimad Bhagavatam. We have Prabhupada's books, just read one chapter from Srimad Bhagavatam or few verses from Srimad Bhagavatam, like that, purports of Srila Prabhupada. Srimad Bhagavatam should be, because in Padma Purana it is mentioned that Dhundakari, he was suffering so much, and just at the recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam, he attained Vaikuntha. So like that, we should have Harinam Sankirtan and Srimad Bhagavatam. Sadhu Sangha Nama Kirtan Bhagavat Shravan Mathuravasa Shri Murtira Shraddhaya Sevan. 5 most important processes.
And we take out some, dhoti, kurta or sari or whatever, the donations. And we should give those donations to the brahmachari in the temple, or?
We can do Vaishnava Seva in the name of the ancestors, so they will get benefited. We can give a donation to the temple of Radha Krishna in the name of the ancestors. They will get benefited. That also we can do. That's all extra we can do. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. So nice. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.